Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Monday Nights Live. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry, guys. We just got on the live and I'm already telling you to hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. And I'll turn my camera back on here in just a moment. How's everybody doing tonight? If that doesn't make you want to just be like, I'm leaving her live. She just put me on hold. She told us to hold on right as soon as she came on. It was a little crazy in here right before the live started. Sorry about that, guys. I had um one dog that was in here with me and we were just chilling, and then another dog decided that they wanted to come in and join the festivities. So we had to switch some beds around. Okay, so I think we're good now. Let me just throw this over here. Okay. All right, we're here. We're good. We're here. I just literally just ran back and forth. So I'm a little out of breath, but we're here. We made it. We made it. It's Monday. It's Monday. I've been sitting in this chair for hours and as soon as I click the live button, that's when I forget something. But well, I didn't sit here the whole time. I did walk on my walking pad for 30 minutes. I did 30 minutes today. Hummingbird's in here. Hummingbird, you get a new name? I didn't see what the guess was. Hey, Mary Beth. I love hummingbirds. They're my favorite bird. They're my favorite bird. I put hummingbird food out like every year. I do the whole thing. Hey, Lori. Hey, DM. We have a lot to go through. Hey, Captain Concha. Lots and lots. So I'm just going to kind of slide through the names here, but I see you're all here. Hey, Stephanie. How are you doing today? Ooh, I need to put my glasses on. Did anybody else feel like they lost a lot of brain cells today on the YouTube streets? I feel like it. Hey, True Crime Lullabies. Hey, Juno. Hey, Cat's Life. Hey, look at all that. Hey, there's Ladybug. I don't know if I said hi to you, Ladybug. Oh, you're not late. You're not late at all. You don't even need to put it at 2x speed. I had to pause the live right when I came on. So you're right on time. Right on time. Welcome in, everybody. Cat's Life's here. I see Sirius is here. Yeah. Is that your belly? What was that? I don't know what that was a cute little noise, whatever. My dog just made a little noise. I don't know if it was from her mouth or from her belly, but whichever, it was cute. So, okay. I get busy and I read the chat. That always gets me in trouble. That gets me in trouble. But welcome in, everybody. And if we have anybody new, it looks like we do. Annette, I didn't see you, so welcome in. Welcome in. I always know we have some new people, but if we do have anybody new, welcome in. And if it's your first time here, my name is Tanya, TitaniumBuilt. I normally don't pause right when I start the live. Sometimes I have to, though. I tell people, it's a live show. You never know what you're going to get. You never know. But that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point. And that's the best part about coming and being and listening to live shows. You never know what's going to happen. So, but I have seen over, what is today? It's only the 4th of November, and this is Thanksgiving month, right? So I have seen nothing on this platform And the last 4 days, especially today, oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna just throw the iPads, the computers away. I thought I was gonna throw it all away. Um, but I thought with all the negativity that's out there, why don't we say, or I will say, and if you guys want to in the chat, you can play along with me as well. But if not, it'll be just me. But I figured each day this, month up until Thanksgiving, we could say what we're thankful for, we're grateful for, all the things, all the things. So tonight to start it off, I do want to say, and this is cheesy as hell, but I'm thankful for you guys. I really am. I really am. I am thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for all of my subscribers, all of the members, but I'm really thankful for those, you know who you are. Those people that are in here ready for the live to happen before I'm even live. And that really means a lot to me to see you guys. Because it's really it does a lot for a girl to see that people are like in the chat and you guys are chatting and you're waiting and just makes me feel good. So I appreciate that. I do. Thankful for another day. That's a good one. That's a good one. Might have to use that one. There's so many. And you could be like thankful for like the littlest thing. I'm thankful I was able to wake up this morning and make my bed or something like that. I don't know. You're welcome, Amanda. I figured we need to sprinkle a little bit of that around. Did Diddy get oil for gifts? I mean, Bird, I don't know. I don't know what he got, but I do know what he ate. Or what, yeah, I do know it was on the menu. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, Crimson Moon. I said mood. I am like so bad with my English. I noticed this actually today. I don't pronounce my words very like clearly. I'm going to try to work on that. I don't know why I don't do that, but I mumble a lot, it seems like. For me, I feel like I do anyway. So now that we're done with our thankfulness, thankful for your family, friends. That's a good one too. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I try to be here for you guys every night. I really like being here though. It's like the weirdest thing ever. I mean, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing about YouTube. I don't know. It's not like, it's really you guys. It's not the pay that brings me back. It's not the glitz and the glamour, because there's none of that neither. You know what I mean? There's not like, you guys are what brings me here every night. So I appreciate you guys. We do have some stuff to go through tonight though. Man, I swear every time I go down, I start a case, like looking at the case, we hadn't looked at it for a couple days and stuff accumulates. So we have a lot to go over. So we might have a part 2. We might be rolling this over into a part 2. I did change, I think, the thumbnail, just because I wasn't sure how far we were gonna get tonight. But I think we'll get far enough. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the new paperwork that came out, because I thought that it was pretty important. And I thought we'd go over that. And usually I'll just, give you the rundown, but I'm going to read this one for you guys. And it is from the New York courts. Diddy did spend his birthday. He's 55. 55th birthday in there today. I saw online that he got like greetings from his kids. I don't know if it's like via jail cards or something. I don't know. I think his kids put out an Instagram post, which he won't see that. And I didn't really hear any much else about it. I mean, he's in jail. And he's in one of the toughest jails in the country. I mean, ugh. So I think this judge's name is Subramanian. I don't know if that's right, but that's what we're going to call him. Okay. Whoa. That was really big. Okay. This is the United States versus Combs, of course. And this came out on the 3rd. I've been checking like every day. checking to see like what documents have come out, anything important, anything groundbreaking. So we'll read through this one. But this is from his attorneys, and it says, "We write on behalf of our client, Mr. Sean Combs." Actually, I want to show you somebody first, because I think this person is going to come into play. And I've been kind of side eyeing this woman ever since she came out. So I may agree. I may agree with Diddy's attorneys on this one. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I'm talking about her. Ariel Mitchell Kidd is her name. Ariel Mitchell Kidd. She's the attorney with the long eyelashes. Super, super long. Lots of times they're so long. I don't know how like she could see with those things. She came out and she was saying, "Oh, I have a couple few clients I'm going to bring to the table." But and then she like kind of like downplayed that Busby guy that said that he had 120 clients that he had vetted, and he has been bringing cases and civil lawsuits out, and she has not. So I think that in this document they're going to be talking about her. So just wanted to give you guys a visual so you guys can remember, So let me go back over. It's hard to see. I'm on this page. Let's see here. Where the heck was I just at? Right there. Sorry. When I'm on the other screen, I'm flipping through screens. So it says, "We're writing on behalf of our client, Mr. Sean Combs, regarding the deluge of improper pretrial publicity that is undermining Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial and the integrity of the grand jury proceedings. As the court is aware, Mr. Combs filed a motion to restrict extrajudicial statements by potential witnesses and their counsel, which the government has opposed." And they wanted a gag order. Mr. Combs' reply is due on November 8th, 2024. However, given the imminent harm of certain extrajudicial statements relating to the ongoing grand jury proceedings, we request that the court immediately restrain extrajudicial statements by potential witnesses and their counsel during the pendency of the motion. I agree with that. Everybody needs, if you guys are like, if someone's in litigation and they need to keep their mouth shut. In my opinion, that's just me. My opinion. Just my opinion. Okay. Hey, PsyOps. I just happened to look down at the iPad. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys just coming in, I might not have saw you. Sorry. Oh, well, I don't know what I just did there. Okay. I hate these things. I hate tech. Okay. I have like my iPad, but it's so small. Hummingbird, thank you. I appreciate that. The yellow, I was like, I was like, it was like at the top. I was like, what? Thank you. Thank you very much for the $10. I appreciate that, Hummingbird. Tanya in this chat is the best. I appreciate that. We try over here. We are pretty cool. We're pretty cool over here. Sometimes. So we're riled up. Where are we at? Okay. Over the past several days, a grand jury witness and his attorney, and I know the guy, but I can't think of his name. He has the black, thick glasses, like thick rimmed glasses. It might be in one of these. Like, I'll figure it out. Maybe you guys will know. Oops, I can't go. I'm just trying to go down on the chat so I can see what's going on in the chat. There we go. So yeah, they have given multiple interviews, including outside the courthouse immediately following his apparent grand jury testimony, making false and outrageous claims, including that the witness possesses video of Mr. Combs involved in the sexual assault of celebrities and minors. This grand jury witness claims that he was subpoenaed after he made public statements on social media that he possessed videos of celebrities, including minors, being essayed. The subpoena also comes on the heels of his attorney's statements that she had been asked to shop a particular video and contact a celebrity in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became public knowledge. Yeah, it's her. It's her. That's who they're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ariel Mitchell kid. Is that his name? Burgess? Yeah. Okay. Courtney Burgess. Now we got names. Can you believe that? Because I thought I heard something the other day about Burgess like recanting stuff. And so if this document says that he recanted something, I don't know. I'm all over the place because the Ariel lady, when she first came on the scene, she smelled bad to me. She just smelled like not a good attorney. Not, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't, something about her just rubs me the wrong way. And then when she was like, oh, I don't know if he has that many witnesses or that many clients, but I have this many clients. And then she didn't produce any clients. I don't know. It's just a little weird. But it says here that in anticipation of his testimony, the witness lawyers made numerous statements to the media about his testimony, including that the government had subpoenaed him to testify about alleged videos. Immediately after his appearance before the grand jury, he and his lawyer were interviewed on the courthouse steps. That evening, they also sat down for an interview where the witness claimed he had seen videos of 8 celebrities being victimized, including some who appeared to be minors and all of whom appeared intoxicated. And he did he did say those words. These stories have spread rapidly through the media and created the impression that such video exists, which is false, and that the government is actually crediting his sensational claims, which is profoundly prejudicial. While the witness and his attorney eagerly spread false and unchecked claims in the media, they have avoided subjecting their claims to verification through the legal process. For instance, the witness and his lawyer admitted that he resisted complying with the grand jury subpoena and only appeared after the marshals tracked him down. Well, now, okay, I'm gonna take up for him for this. Maybe in some sick, twisted way, he was trying to help his buddy out. Because I know in my accident, there was 4 charges of vehicular assault, felony, and I didn't want to press charges. But it was the state, so they had to subpoena me to get me to go. I wasn't going either. So maybe it was something like that. But they tracked him down anyway. And when directly asked if they had the videos to back up their outlandish claims, the attorney responded, "That's what we're going to head over to do now." No, she said at the beginning that she saw the video, but it was pictures, it was still shots of the video taken by someone. That's what her first thing, that's what she was saying in the beginning. That's what she was saying in the beginning. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Where the hell were we just at? I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. And when directly asked about videos, okay, we read that. So we're having a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we will have to turn over and what documents we do not. Her references to documents rather than videos is a clear indication that they do not possess the latter. Indeed, this witness, who has never even met Mr. Combs, claims that he received the tapes from an unnamed individual who was subsequently shot and killed, along with a purported memoir of the deceased mother of Mr. Combs' children that has since been denounced as fake. Now, I don't know if that's been denounced as fake or not. I don't know. By treating these ridiculous claims as anything but a pathetic extortion scheme, the government is fueling the fire of online conspiracy theories and making it impossible for Mr. Combs to have a fair trial. Now, if he don't have, like, okay, I thought he had the videos. If Mr. Sunglasses or Mr. Glasses don't have the videos, then that's a problem. You're talking, that's hearsay. I mean, like, well, that would be like me saying it. I could be over here saying that. Like, I don't like that. By treating these ridiculous claims as anything but a pathetic extortion scheme, the government is fueling the fire to online conspiracy theories, making it impossible for Mr. Combs to have a fair trial. The government's main objection to the extension of the gag order to all civil litigants is that it would be extraordinary and beyond the purview of the local rule, based on the assertion, which is unsupported by any legal authority and ignores the rules facial applicability to lawyers for grand jury witnesses and the witnesses themselves. And I think this is all just okay. All of this is just different. They just give different examples. So, moreover, it makes little sense that civil litigants seeking to capitalize on the criminal allegations against Mr. Combs can nonetheless claim they are not involved in the criminal proceedings for purpose of local rule. Those litigants and their counsel stand to financially benefit from a conviction and therefore are highly motivated to make damaging statements in the press. To say that those cases and those litigants are not unrelated is illusionary. Illusionary? Oh, it won't let me see what. Okay. The recent press is especially damaging because it has occasioned another wave of leaks by law enforcement. Give more definition or more. This is a grand jury. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Grand jury in Sean Diddy Combs case, hearing from witness who claims he has footage of Combs potentially victimizing celebrities. I was on CNN. I mean, Law&Crime, they should have just put their whole channel up there. Law&Crime's had a video out about Diddy every hour for the last 2 months. But it says here that a source familiar with the grand jury proceedings confirmed that a male is expected to testify Thursday. Indeed, even after the court's October 25th order, the leaks relating directly to the grand jury proceedings continued unabated. A New York Post article published on October 31st, 2024, attributed the following to a federal law enforcement source who is involved in the investigation. They're all too happy to talk, says a federal law enforcement source who is involved in the investigation. We're asking them about their recollections of the freak-offs, what they were paid to do, and who else was involved. I'm surprised how many of them can recall details about what happened. Intricate details about what happened. Yeah, that's true if you're under the influence of a lot of these things. But if you were a partier back then and your body can handle a little bit of those, those things more than someone else, maybe you would remember. Like Cheryl, I'm going to take Cheryl, for example. She's allergic to pain medication. If I took pain medication and she took it, it's going to affect us a little bit differently. She's allergic. She's allergic to it. So where were we at? Okay. The source told the Post that many of the men who were in their 20s at the time of the parties, but are now in their 40s, have not aged out of the skin biz, have offered similar details about parties, including the rugs that were allegedly supplied. They were all encouraged to take Viagra and Cialis before the parties, said the source. Before? Well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. Why would you? Okay, you're going to roll up to Diddy's house with a boner. If you take it before the party, it's going to, what, like 30 minutes? How long does it take for Viagra to start? I mean, you would think you would say, bring it with you to the party, right? So you take it 30 minutes before the freak off starts freaking off. I mean, you're gonna excuse my language, but shoot, man, geez Louise. I don't know. I don't think that was the dress code. That wasn't in the dress code. Yeah, like 30 minutes, you think, right? I'm a we're we're all a little childish. It's okay. It's okay. I don't even know what to say. I'm thinking of I'm thinking of one of my friends. It's so sad. One of my buddies, he'll kill me if I actually he wouldn't even care. He was like my dad's age. So like he would every time we go to the bar, I was in my 20s. This is way back when, like he was that much older than me. He would always have a Cialis and he would have it in his pocket. Not for me, of course. Not for me. We were best friends. If he were to meet a lady at the bar, and he so he would always carry it. It is, it is. Squids, that's exactly what it is. It's like when they stamp you at the bar, "Here, take this," and then you may enter. That's what it is, but they give you a drink. Giggling about a boner. Said boner. Now that I think about it, it's pretty funny because who uses that word anymore? Nobody, right? Nobody. Nobody uses that but me. But me. I'm the only one. We are laughing about it. Man, well, it's a pretty funny word. But you don't wanna take that before the party. They were expected to perform. Well, they weren't performing, and we're told they'd be going in the emergency room probably, and we're told if they didn't perform, they'd be thrown out of the party and not paid. Well, if you wanted me to perform that kind of stuff, just don't pay me, yeah. Authorities are trying to determine if any of the participants in Diddy's freak-offs were underage or illegally coerced into performing. We have to identify all the people in the video, says the Fed source, and then we can figure out how old they were at the time and make sure that none of them were trafficked or threatened to participate. It's a long process, but we're making progress. Wow. The government has been investigating for nearly a year as they are aware their own allegations about freak-offs do not relate to men at parties or alleged underage victims in light of the continuing prejudicial, extrajudicial statements by witnesses and their lawyers and the extent to which those press statements generate further government leaks. We respectfully request that the court enter the attached proposed temporary order restraining the speech of potential witnesses and their counsel. And I don't think they did. They haven't come back yet, so. Do I think that they should have to do that? Yeah, I do. I think that they should have to have a gag order in this case. If you're going to lock a guy up, right? Because it's so bad, right? The case is it's just that bad. It's just that bad. I think a gag order wouldn't hurt. And I mean, I'm covering the case. I mean, Bert, I don't think that they do. I don't think they still call it a boner. Does anybody have any? Sad to go ask your teenage kid. Just kidding. That's so gross. Don't do that. But I wonder what they do call it nowadays. I don't really want to, but it is a different word. Well, I'm wondering, okay, so I don't know what I was say. I think that was the end of it. That was. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else and wasn't about boners this time. Um, so okay, that's what I'm saying. They've been working on this for a year. So they've been working on this, the feds. Diddy, you might want to come out with some stuff. Now, Diddy probably doesn't want to come out with anything because he probably doesn't know what the feds have, and he doesn't want to say the wrong name, and then them be like, "Oh, well, we didn't know about him or her," and So if he ever wants to see the light of day again, he might want to think about maybe talking to somebody, federal investigation, I would say maybe someone from the FBI, someone high up, someone really high up. Well, yeah, so, okay, think about it, Ladybug. When you go to a party, right, if I were to be going to a Diddy party, and I just realized this, back in my early 20s, I just remembered this today, and I don't know how I forgot. I always said for my 40th birthday, I wanted to have a white party, and I got that off Diddy. I had to have gotten that from Diddy. Seeing it in the early 2000s or something, I had to have gotten that from him. So, I think just like with any party, I think that they would have a drink or 2 before they would go to the party to loosen themselves up. Maybe not so much like the celebrities, 'cause, like, they don't need to be loosened, like, they're celebrities, but even them, I think that they all would have a few drinks before they hit the party, and then they get to the party and they're offered this drink, and if they don't drink it, then they're kicked out of the party. If somebody told you that, like, I think that I right there would be not I wouldn't be drinking it. Yeah, exactly, like, just, like, for the witnesses and maybe their attorneys, they just need to, like, kinda, like yeah. We always drink while getting ready. Heck yeah, true crime lullabies, that's what's up. Did you drink that Boone's Farm too? That Mad Dog 2020? I I didn't drink Mad Dog, my friend did, though. Oh gosh, those are the days. Those were the days. So, our girl, Ariel Mitchell, she plans to address the lies told by Mr. Agnafilio. It doesn't say when, though, I don't think. Yeah. Look, she's walking and he's with her. This is right after they had just went to one of their little things because she's wearing that outfit in one of their, like, I think it's, News Nation. Now look at her with the tank top on now. What is she dressed for the weather? And, like, the short I don't know what's going on with these people. I always get weirded out whenever I see someone, like, fully decked in, like, winter gear and then summer clothes. What's going on there? Okay, so he is having food behind bars. I'm just gonna tell you what he's gonna eat. Um, it says, while he's used to, Sprankfurt style eating caviar to celebrate with VIP tables, not this year, you know. The old 5-5, right? Did you ever think, Diddy, it was gonna get you when you were 55? You probably thought you were gonna slide on through life, right? By the time you hit 55, yeah, I mean, I would have thought. So, breakfast menu is cereal and cereal in jail isn't like real cereal. It it's just not. Fruit and a breakfast cake. Now, I have heard that a jail breakfast cake, I mean, it's like worth its weight in gold. I've heard that before. I don't know, but a breakfast cake, it kind of sounds good. Got more Diddy party photos. Monday's lunch at Diddy's prison includes pasta with marinara sauce. Like I said, spaghetti, fettuccine, or veal. I mean, that's the song. So, pasta with marinara sauce, meatballs, and a garden salad. Like, that sounds pretty good. I mean, some spaghetti and meatballs and a garden salad. That does not sound like jail food to me, prison food. And that meal is served, though, at 11 a.m. So, I would not be hungry for that at 11 a.m., though. But you don't get a pick. You don't get a pick. His birthday dinner options are chicken or tofu fried rice with black beans and carrots, which takes place at 4 p.m. Now, I wonder if how, like, people that are, like, in jail and stuff, they always kinda, like, look like I don't know, maybe they got rugs or something, but they always look a little healthier, like, sometimes after they're, like, or they just never they're in there forever, like, they never die, right? I wonder if we started eating our food at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning, 11 a.m. and 4, lights off at 11, I wonder if we'd be living for a while longer. He's probably still used to being asleep at 11 a.m., yeah. Squid, you're right, yeah. He Okay. So what we'll do is we'll play Nancy. She came on the other night and did this. She's in her orange shirt. I got her in a man, Nancy, you always have a bad look on your face though, girl. She just can't help herself. I can't ever get her with a smile. I try. She's gonna get me one of these days. And we got a bone pick with Nancy still. Remember about Chris McDonough? I need to take his spot because I know more about some of the cases than him. But I do want to read out the different lawsuits that are against him. So if we don't have time to do that at the end of this, we'll do it tomorrow. And because there are a lot filed. And it says like what the lawsuits say. They just do like short summaries when it was filed and like what the status of it is. So it'll get us all caught up on that. But we might have time after this. And thanks for being here. If you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button. It really does help the channel. Also, if you would like to become a channel member, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. We're trying to build channel memberships over here. So I'll put the link in the chat. She really is the OG. She really is. My mom used to hate Nancy Grace. My dad used to love her. And then she had her twins, and then my mom started liking her. She's like, I don't know, she got softer. I think she did a little.
Is Halloween Fright Night. Breaking news tonight. It's Diddy Wayne. Sean Combs' Halloween Fright Night as we learn new grand jury charges pending. That's right. The grand jury is meeting again. This as Sean Combs' bail bid goes bust. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
Sean Diddy Combs has now been sued with claims of molestation and sexual assault, with more on the horizon.
You know, Dr. King called it the law of unintended consequences. So sometimes the more you push a person down, the stronger they get.
Oh, I wanted to tell you guys something, actually, before we get started with this. Let me know if you guys are interested in this. I want to do like a deep dive into certain aspects of this whole case, because I mean, there's just so much. But what I want to go over, let me see, I have my notes. The 9 people that died at the concert before he was famous. Mace. I want to go through Mace. I want to go through Little Kim. I want to go Shine. He went to prison for a shooting that he may not have done. I want to talk about Biggie because, you know, he died with Diddy, and then Diddy was in the same exact car as he was in, but his car doesn't get touched, and, you know, Biggie's car does. Tupac. I kind of want to go over J-Lo a little bit, and then Usher Bieber, the grooming part of it, and then Black Rob. He's the guy that did the Woe song. He went to prison and he ended up dying homeless. So all of these people were directly, like, they were musicians underneath Diddy's name.
The world of Diddy freak-offs has physical requirements for all women taking part, and the list is now public. For women, you cannot be over 140 pounds. How do they know? A source tells the New York Post they kept a scale nearby to weigh women in question. Other no-nos on the list: no flab, no cellulite, nobody who's overly pierced or too tatted up, no short hair, no pants, no jeans. You have to be young and hot and showing cleavage. You must wear provocative, revealing clothing with stilettos. Nothing else.
Okay, remember back to the time when you were in college and you went to the college bars? That's what this sounds like for like the guy's like wardrobe. Now look at him wearing freaking flowers all over his paper bag coat. It looks like a puffer jacket. And we're not going to talk about the other Met Gala look where he's laying on the stairs. We're not even going to go there. This has got to be hot. I'd be sweating bullets, Diddy.
Every girl has to wear a party dress, a short party dress, short enough to just cover the butt cheeks.
What did I just hear?
Yeah.
A list, a requirement list for what you have to wear, or better put, not wear
Imagine
to
Nancy showing
Sean
up.
Combs's party. Now hold on. Wait a minute. You cannot be over 140 pounds. Forget the grand.
Hold on a second. Now, I don't want to, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean at all by saying this And maybe it's because of who they were, but rules should apply for everybody. But we all remember the Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip where Khloe said she had went there and there was a bunch of people butt naked. And she was probably what, like 160 there? Because she was a little bit like heavier. I think she looks beautiful there, but I don't think she was 140 or below.
Jury that's meeting about new charges. I've got to deal with this list. No short hair, no flab, no cellulite, must wear stilettos, must be young and hot, must wear low-cut shirt with or dress with cleavage showing. Their words, not mine. Dressed to be very short, just enough to cover butt cheeks. Okay, before I demean myself any further by reading Sean Combs's list out loud, I did not go to Mercer Law School and NYU Law School to get an LLM in constitutional criminal law to read dressed to be very short, just enough to cover butt cheeks. I'm going to leave that to special guest from DailyMail.com, Kella Brantley, who is a star of Daily Mail's podcast, The Trial of Diddy. I will let you deal with the exposed butt cheeks. Okay, before I get to the legal problem that Sean Combs is facing right now, his new legal problem, as he whines about conditions at MDC and tries to get bail again, can I talk about this list that has just emerged? No jeans, no pants. Why no pants? I wonder why. Young and hot, stilettos, cleavage, no flab, no cellulite. What, does he think he's all that? Explain to me the list, Kella Brantley.
I mean, clearly, Nancy, from that list, you can tell that he does think he's all that if these are his qualifications just to attend the party. The thing that I found the most interesting was that a scale was used to make sure that these women were under 140 pounds. Now,
what? I'm about to go get a scale. I'm about to go get the scale. I'm about to go get it. I'm about to see if I can go into a Diddy party. Hold on.
And they did say that.
I think I'm just over. I don't think I'll be able to hit the Diddy party. Who else's party do I go to? I mean, who likes people that are where's the regular girls go? I don't want to know.
That they would make
better than Diddy's.
Exceptions, if the woman was particularly tall. But if you look at this list, it's just all very demeaning things to say, if you don't adhere to this, you can't come to my party. Now, a thing that is interesting also is that these were the regulations for women, but clearly there you don't see any regulations for men. And what we've been finding from all these lawsuits is that a lot of these men, it was kind of whoever he could allegedly find, whether they be underage, whether they be 10 years old. And that's what we're seeing in a lot of these lawsuits coming out this week.
Look at this kid behind him. Look at this. You tell me that's an adult behind this woman, and we're going to have a talk. That is not an adult. Who the hell's the kid? From this little angle, he looks like my nephew. But he's not. But he does. He looks like he could be my nephew with the dark hair, dark complexion, the height. That is not an adult. That is a kid. You small angel. I used to be teeny tiny, itsy bitsy teeny weeny. And then God said, that's enough of all that. That is a child. I wonder if I can.
Okay, what
I don't know if I could zoom in. Maybe she'll.
Am I seeing right there? Are those people at the so-called white party?
Call it out.
Okay, can we? hold on the new charges that the federal grand jury
Is she 18?
is mulling.
Probably.
They have been mulling all day long, and I predict they will be mulling the new charges again tomorrow. Believe me, the feds are not putting up anything easy breezy to a new federal grand jury on Diddy. Dr. Bethany Marshall, I hate to get you jacked up at the very beginning. Dr. Bethany Marshall joining me, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her on Peacock. She's a renowned psychoanalyst joining us out of Beverly Hills at drbethanymarshall.com. Dr. Bethany, I'm almost joking about this so-called entry list. No flab, no cellulite, nobody over 140 pounds. Scales were used. If there was a question, the young girl had to get on a set of scales. And if she was over 140 pounds, she could not.
Yeah, let's just see about that. Are you sitting down, Mia? Nope. Okay. I got my scale. I don't know. This thing's stupid. It'll tell you to like go on it, and then it'll tell you to like go on it again. But hopefully you have to go on there once. But let's just see if I can go to a Diddy party. Nope. Damn Diddy. I am 2.17 pounds over. Or 2.7 pounds over, sorry. One. I don't know where I got the one at.
Not come into.
I guess we partying together.
The party. Your breasts have to be showing, no pants, no jeans. My point is, I would introduce this to a jury, Bethany, because this is indicative of how he views women and how they are used and treated.
Nancy, this reveals so many things about P. Diddy's character. First of all, these women are just objects. I think he's wanting them to dress that way, not only so he can rape them, but so he can attract other men to rape them. Because remember, he's a voyeur as well. He likes to see people having sex. Now, think about the mindset of a sex addict, which clearly he's sexually compulsive. What they want is arousing images around them all the time. I see this with my patients who have sex addiction. Sometimes they'll watch pornography for hours to stay in an aroused state. So he's also surrounding himself with these women to stay in a state of arousal and to keep that state of arousal as long as possible. And these sex addicts, what they have to do is they have to go to more increasingly provocative choices in order to stay in the state of arousal. Maybe it starts with a woman with clothes on, then it goes to a man, whatever, but he's upping the ante for his own interest's sake.
Joining me is high-profile lawyer, criminal defense attorney, and former prosecutor, the host of Courtroom Confidential on YouTube, Joshua Ritter. Josh, thank you for being with us. How do you think a jury is going to react? And I know we're all chomping at the bit to talk about the new grand jury, another grand jury. Got a pretty good idea about the evidence that they are hearing right now. And I think the grand jury is going to go a couple of days. Josh Ritter, how much would you try to sink down in your seat as a defense attorney when the state whips out this list, this requirement list, before any of the alleged victims can come into a freak-off Diddy's parties? How would that make you feel? What would you do? Pull a OJ and act like you're taking legal notes or act like you're in a deep conversation? What would you do? I mean, I noticed when I was in Delphi that every time bad evidence for the defendant would come in, the physically biggest defense lawyer would put his arm around the defendant like they're watching a movie and sharing popcorn to protect him from the evidence that was about to happen. So what do you do when the freak-off requirement list comes in? I couldn't wait to put this to the ladies on the jury. Now, you can't be over 140 pounds, ladies, okay? And no cellulite. Really? What do you do with something like that, Ritter?
There's not much you can do. Maybe hide your face. I don't know. But this is incredibly powerful evidence for the prosecution. But I think most disturbing now that we're finding out more about Diddy is the requirement that they be young. And we're finding out now that that requirement extended beyond just the age of minority to very, very young people who were involved in these sexual assaults, victims at his hands. So it's powerful evidence. And it also, as you questioned, how are the jurors going to respond to it? It's going to show them this lifestyle that he lived is completely different world than what they understand. This person was
God, that outfit has to be hot. Look at that. You're wearing one. You know he's probably got like the tank top one, right? Tank top, then the t-shirt maybe, then the black shirt, and then the black jacket here with the studs, and then you got the robe, the bubble jacket.
Living in this world of absolute debauchery and self-indulgence, and that's going to completely alienate him from them if they ever had a chance of sympathizing Diddy to this jury. So as far as what his defense is going to do, I imagine keep their head down, hopefully weather the storm, and hope that it gets better and not worse after this.
Wait, can you put Josh Ritter's face up? Did you just say, put your head down and weather the storm? Man, you got to come up with something better than that. Okay. And I know it's on the fly here, but you brought up a really good point about relating to Diddy's lifestyle. The state is going to be looking for people like everybody on this panel, people that hold down regular jobs, people. Why? Because you have a routine. You have to get up in the morning. You have to go to work. If you screw it up, you're fired. It's hard for working people like all of us to relate to a lifestyle where people have freak off parties for days and days and days with alleged GHB infused baby oil being rubbed on and inserted in victims. It's just hard to relate to debauchery and luxury lifestyles that we're hearing about. So that's going to be a shock to any right-minded jury when they hear all this, and it's going to put Sean Combs in an entirely different light as he's put with the people he normally runs with. You mentioned something really important, Josh Ritter, really important, that what disturbs you the most out of this freak-off must-do list? Young. Why? And we got to ask ourselves this. Why is it so hard for anyone to accept the notion that Sean Combs molested young children? Listen.
When a 10-year-old Los Angeles boy shows a talent and desire to work as an actor and rapper, his parents hire an industry consultant to help grow his career. The boy has already gotten some acting roles and appears in a music video when the consultant arranges a once-in-a-lifetime career-making meeting and audition with Diddy in New York. Arriving in New York from L.A., the consultant takes the boy to Diddy's hotel room, where she leaves him alone with the world-famous mogul. After rapping a few songs for Diddy in this private audition, Diddy tells the child he can make him a star.
An alleged 10-year-old boy victim? What else do we know? Listen.
After the alleged attack, the consultant picks up the boy and takes him to his parents, where they can tell something is wrong as the child is lethargic and acting differently. Ultimately, the boy does tell his parents what happened, but terrified of the consequences, they remain silent until now. The now adult victim says he was so traumatized by Diddy, he had to be homeschooled, suffers from anxiety and depression and night terrors to this day. He is suing Diddy and all of the companies for gender-motivated violence and seeking damages for the assault.
Killa Brantley, investigative reporter, DailyMail.com, and star of the Trial of Diddy podcast at Daily Mail. Killa, it's been very difficult for a lot of people to accept the notion that Combs has molested, allegedly, young boys and girls. But the charges are mounting. Can they all be lying, Killa? What can you tell me about this boy who, at the time of the alleged attack, was a 10-year-old trying to break into the business?
Nancy, it feels like there's new lawsuits coming out every week, because there are. And this one, he was a 10-year-old boy, and he says that Diddy actually gave him a soda, what seemed like a harmless soda. And after that, he believed that it was drugged because he became very lethargic. He said that Diddy forced him to perform oral sex on him, and then he lost consciousness. And when he woke up, he felt pain in his. So you can only imagine what a 10-year-old boy, a scared 10-year-old boy was going through. And then on top of that, he claimed that Diddy told him that if he told his parents, he would then hurt his parents. So a 10-year-old boy, just imagine that. And this is not the youngest victim, alleged victim. We've had claims from a 9-year-old boy come out before.
You know, Joshua Ritter, renowned criminal defense attorney and now star of Courtroom Confidential on YouTube.
I mean, we're just going to go back to this. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, it's a bad look, but it's a bad look, right? If I was supposed to be the head honcho of the white party, I don't think that I'd be wearing this. And I think I'd be having enough outfit changes to where I wasn't sweating through my shirt. Diddy, you could have done better. Should have did some outfit changes, you know. Put some cold press on those pits.
Renowned criminal defense attorney.
Maybe just wear the vest.
And now star of Courtroom Confidential on YouTube. Josh, the child was 10 years old at the time. Years have passed. That now teen is going to be subjected to intense cross-examination, and the state must prepare for that if, in fact, this child is ever brought on as a witness. Could this type of evidence or this exact case be the subject of the grand jury probe that's happening right now and is expected to go on for several days? Charges about minors, children. So knowing that this then child is going to be subjected to intense cross-examination, Josh Ritter, how can the state prepare for that? I submit to you, the state would prepare for that by leading up to the witness with evidence of having to withdraw from school, having to be homeschooled, going to a therapist, claims that were made following that, claims that he felt pain in his, claims that he became nervous, started biting his nails, did poorly, had sleep terrors.
She cursed.
All of the classic symptoms of child molestation. You build up and then you put the alleged victim on the stand. All of that can come in, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And it will come in. This poor child, maybe now a teenager's life, has been completely turned upside down. It's an event that changed the course of his life. I
think he was on, wasn't he on Making the Band, right? Like, I think the kid was on Making the Band. So it would have had to have been, you know, between a certain amount of years. I don't know. Oh, yeah, psyops, it's okay, though. I own a business. Everyone knows. But yeah, he does live over there. I heard he's very nice. I heard he's extremely kind. Like, extremely kind. Like, he'll go downtown and just be walking around. People will normally, nobody bothers him. Because, you know, that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? But if you're a fan and if you're a fan and you just ask him nicely, hey, can I get a picture with you? And 9 times out of 10, he's going to be like, hell yeah, let's take a picture. Right. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
He's struggling.
And I mean, like, who comes here to live?
Struggling to live with the repercussions of it every single day. And his bravery for coming forward all these years later should absolutely be applauded. It is difficult to prepare children, young adults for the rigors of cross-examination. You're absolutely right. But I think he's already demonstrated incredible bravery by even coming forward with his story. And
the dude could be 30 by now. He was in the music, or 40, 50. Diddy's been in the music industry forever. We don't need to baby him. I don't think he's 10 years old now.
He's just going to have to continue to build upon that faith that
let's just say this happened in the early 2000s. He'd be in his 30s now.
Prosecutors are going to protect him and hopefully bring a conclusion in the form of a conviction so that there's some semblance of justice that this child can have after all the trauma that he has experienced.
Judge Arun Subramaniam rejects a gag order proposal from the defense team for Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy claims government officials are leaking information about him to the media in an effort to make him look dangerous to prevent him from getting out on bond before trial. After rejecting the proposal from Diddy, the judge adopts a gag order similar to that requested by Combs. The judge's order insists federal agents, investigators, and Diddy's team must follow the laws forbidding them from leaking grand jury proceedings that can create problems for a fair trial.
Straight back out to Kiela Brantley, investigative reporter with DailyMail.com and host of a hit podcast, Daily Mail's The Trial of Diddy. Kiela, let me understand this. And this has been second verse, same as the first. All right. The defense of Sean Combs keeps saying that Combs is being subjected to leaks. First, they claim that the Cassie Ventura video of him beating her and running around that hotel in nothing but a towel was leaked. Okay. I guess
they do say it was leaked to CNN.
They were mad that the bribes they paid to keep it suppressed didn't work and it got out. Now they're claiming the same thing, that somehow the feds who are presenting to the grand jury, they've been presenting all day today, and we think they're going into the next few days. About what? I'd like to know. Possibly about the minors, the children that are coming forward claiming sex attacks by Combs. But I've got more theories on that. But isn't it true, Kiela, that they are not leaks at all? They are civil complaints being filed against Sean Combs. He's saying it's part of a big conspiracy to make him look bad. Okay, nobody's leaking that. These people are filing these lawsuits and we're finding out about them. That's what's happening. Nobody's leaking anything, Kiela.
Exactly, Nancy. And at the end of the day, Diddy's defense can get mad and upset at journalists, but they're only doing their job. We are only doing our job. So when we dig into stories and we find these incriminating videos and we find these texts and calls and these alleged victims who come forward with their own testimony, we're just doing our jobs. Those are not leaks. And CNN did an incredible report that found that video of Cassie. So at the end of the day, Diddy's team can be upset that it's come forward, but what they should really be upset about is the contents of those videos, of the
28
allegations, because a video doesn't lie and it's all there. And because it's damning, they're getting upset.
Like, I would like to know who these people are in the background. Like these two ladies, like who are they? You got the Ryder van there. This is an old party. Because isn't Ryder like those vans that you can get to like, it's probably to break down this equipment and put it in the back of it. But like, you know, this looks like Ja Rule right here, like a big Ja Rule, but it's not. I don't know who that is. But you got some kids over here playing. Just curious, you got a kid right here. And this is definitely old picture. Early 2000s, maybe?
Brian Fitzgibbon's with us, Director Operations, USPA, Nationwide Security.
Like, even in this picture, I don't recognize a lot of people. Like, I don't recognize anybody. Where are all the famous people, Diddy? Like, where's the famous people? I guess it's because, like, they don't really need to be looking at him on stage dancing because they're famous. And they're like, well, we're not going to watch him dance. But, I mean, where are they all at? Like, I've only seen a handful of pictures with some celebrities in them. They're going to have to give me a little more than that. Come on now. Where's the celebrities?
Brian, this is going to be a problem for...
Oh my gosh, look at his eyes. Those are gorgeous.
The state and the defense. Corralling, marshaling evidence, and corralling the alleged victims. Because if you get one victim with credibility, well, I put up so many witnesses with credibility problems, you know, all these witnesses and victims are not going to be nuns and priests and virgins, as I like to say. A lot of them are going to have credibility problems and they're going to be torn to shreds on cross. But what the state has to do, disregard the civil complaints, Brian. What the state has to do is make sure that everything they bring forward is pristine, is real. is something the prosecutor can stand up and believe in. Not any victim that they think, wow, is this real or is this a money grab? Because that one bad apple will ruin the state's whole case, right? I mean, dare I say his name, but look at Simpson. One questionable detective wreaked havoc with the state's case. Once you put up one witness that the jury doesn't believe or the jury dislikes, you're screwed. Technical legal term.
There's going to be a massive problem for Diddy's defense team, and that is all of the witnesses that you would think would be on his side of the table. These are bodyguards, these are waitresses, workers at these parties, are going to corroborate a lot of the victim stories, of the alleged victim stories. And that's going to be very powerful to any jury. And you know that investigators are those witnesses right now.
Like I'm looking. That looks like John Mayer, but it's not, I don't think. But I mean, I don't know.
Corralling victims, corralling statements. The state is being helped in the sense that civil suits are now being.
Wait, hold on. And who let this guy in with his hair looking like that? He needs like a pick in there. He needs some gel. We're talking about you have to be the best of the best, right? I'm just saying.
Corralling statements. The state is being helped in the sense that civil suits are now being filed, but who's telling the truth? Now, you see why in the Michael Jackson case, for instance, so many alleged victims chose not to come forward because the victims that did come forward
did. Yes,
were
they did.
torn.
I'm sorry. So 55% or 52 or 55% did come forward. They either came forward or they went to the doctor, but I just haven't seen the medical records yet. But they do have an online, like where you can go online and see all the documents up for this case.
To shreds. And then Jackson walked. So is it hard to believe that Jackson was one of the world's greatest musical prodigies, but also molested children? Some people can't reconcile that. I don't have a problem with that. Same thing with Combs.
Two things can be true at the same time.
One of the world's greatest producers and musical artists also is a rapist. A lot of people have a problem with that. I do not. I can't ignore the fact slapping me in the face. Here is another problem for Sean Puffy Combs. And let me tell you, it is DiddyWayne tonight. Listen.
In another set of pictures released from an alleged victim of a Diddy party, Combs is seen dancing in a white jersey surrounded by a number of young women in his hotel suite in Las Vegas. The victim claims she was given an open bottle of Ciroc vodka, and after 40 minutes, she feels dizzy, nauseated, and loses control of her motor functions. The lawsuit claims a friend helps her find a place to lay down. When she awakens the next morning, she's groggy and sore, and Combs is in the room shirtless, yelling on the phone. Realizing her soreness is more aggravated in her area, she discovers she's been raped by Combs.
The pertinent part of that news report is photos. Photographic evidence. Right now, all over the world, online sleuths are poring over every photo, every video ever put out there, and there are thousands of them looking for clues. For instance, is a particular alleged victim at the party in a photo that she claims to have been the night that she was assaulted. Yeah. You cannot underestimate the power of online sleuths. I mean, you know, Lynn Shaw joining me, founder and director of Lynn's Warriors, dedicated to ending sex trafficking. Lynn, how many times has a citizen who calls 911? I mean, we saw it in, here's a great example, in Gabby Petito's case. Online sleuths, I believe the name was Red, Blue, and Methane. Wasn't that the name, Jackie? Who had seen Gabby's Ford Transit, pictures of it when we couldn't find Gabby Petito. And lo and behold, out in the middle of nowhere, really dispersed camping, they see a white Ford Transit and they're like, could that be Gabby Petito's van? Yes, it was. LA law enforcement called out immediately, and that is the only way her remains, that's all that was left, were found because of a citizen sleuth. And right now, Lynn, online sleuths all around the world literally are combing through photos, videos, posts, Instas, you name it, looking for clues.
Dirty Diddy is going down. First of all, we love at the Warriors online sleuths because between all of the iPhones, phones, cameras, Ring doorbells, we are able to track when we work with missing children or runaway children, youth, anybody. We have solved so many cases with law enforcement because of all of this. This case with Dirty Diddy, I'll tell you, there is so much evidence. Who has the tapes? Who has the photos? That is going to be the big difference. We hope the feds do. We hope that's what they're working on right now, because we have always heard about him. He told us, Bad Boy Entertainment. He told us from the beginning who he is, that you know what, that this was a sex trafficking ring, particularly of young boys, minors. And just to go back to the freak off party list requirements, I didn't see a box there, Nancy, that says, tell us your age or prove you're an adult. So you are going to find out there are a lot of kids involved in this. And I say, bring it on. Dirty Diddy has zero defense.
Please join us on our mission to find missing people, especially children, to solve unsolved homicides. If you're on
the Freak Offs says Diddy never asked about the ages of the participants.
The integral part of that is across state lines. We're learning that a federal grand jury has been meeting all day long, and we expect the grand jury to continue meeting on the Sean Combs case. But why? They don't call it secret for nothing. We don't know why, but we've gotten some clues across state lines. That brings in a whole constitutional issue, which I'm not going to bore you with, about interstate travel. Let me give an example. Jared Fogle. Remember that? POC, another technical legal term. He was a Subway sandwich front man for so many years. Famous, rolling in money, until it was discovered he was transporting minors across state lines in order to have sex with them. Translation statutory. All of his house of cards came crumbling down. There's a whole nother layer of federal prosecution when a victim has been transported across state lines. Is that the subject of the grand jury that has been meeting all day long today, planning to go into tomorrow? Or could it be this? Celebrity witnesses. Listen.
The first big-name celebrity to be officially accused of misconduct at a Diddy party is Kanye West. West's former assistant, Lauren Peixoto, claims at a joint party with Diddy, her boss forced her to have at least one drink. Lauren says she woke up the next morning with no memory of the night before, thinking someone had laced her drink. Years later, Ye brought up the time they hooked up. It was then Lauren realized West had sexually assaulted her.
The name Kanye can
now RIP to my, my 20s buying every single freaking Kanye album they ever had out there. Son of a bitch. Man.
Continues to be circulated. Could Kanye West be called as a witness? What about J-Lo, who apparently is just emerged from online sleuthing of photos and videos of she and Combs having a verbal argument one of the nights that he was charged with sex attack on a minor. I believe that night it was a 13-year-old girl. What about Ashton Kutcher? What about Bieber, who was just a minor when he was thrown in the pot with Diddy to stew? Straight back out to Joshua Ritter, high-profile criminal defense attorney, star of Courtroom Confidential on YouTube. The possibility that celebrity witnesses are being called to the grand jury. Maybe that is why these proceedings have been cloaked in such secrecy. What about it?
Absolutely. I mean, it could be that. It could be other victims coming forward. It could be any one of the options you mentioned, or all of them.
How are they getting? Okay. How are the paparazzi now getting pictures of these people going into the federal courthouse to do their depositions? Or even if they have it like marked off, like, you know, blocked off, marked off, how are they getting, like, how are they not getting their pictures taken? You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Point is, the floodgates are open now. No one is afraid of this man any longer. People are coming forward. People are coming out of the woodwork, as they say, to say how they've been victimized by this man. And there's no longer this protection of his wealth and his power and his ability to harm them and their families is playing a role in their minds and in keeping them fearful of coming forward. So, you know, we've heard about dozens of victims filing lawsuits. There are dozens upon dozens more in the wing waiting to come forward. So I think that the feds have their hands full with any one of those options that you've mentioned of our hypotheticals of who could be testifying during this grand jury, about people either coming forward willfully or being compelled by subpoena to come forward and testify about what this man has been, the havoc he has been wrecking over the decades.
Dr. Bethany Marshall, we keep hearing the attorney, Tony Busby, say, I'm going to name names and they're going to be famous celebrities and you're not going to believe it. We'll name them for Pete's sake. Quit saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Double dog dare me. Here it comes. Well, it hasn't come. So is that what's happening? The last thing any of these celebs want is to be associated with a grand jury investigation.
You know, Nancy, I think a lot of celebrities are going to be dragged into this. They're probably shaking in their boots right now. You know, think about it. P. Diddy, he drug everybody into his sex crimes. So there are going to be a lot of co-conspirators and people who participated either knowingly or unknowingly, but we are going to be shocked. And in terms of the online sleuths, here's another clue about what they should be looking for. Pedophiles love to pass photos around to other pedophiles. They love to do it on the internet. They love to congregate on the internet. I would be very interested in knowing what P. Diddy has sent out there. And one more thing, Nancy, he didn't just go across the lines. He staged contests to get little kids to come and perform for him. He groomed entire families. So you know what? Maybe he groomed celebrities. And that is what we're going to see.
Sean Diddy Combs appears in front of new judge Arun Subramanian wearing tan jail clothes and a huge grin. One reporter asks Agnifilo what the roughest part of prison is. Agnifilo's short and shocking response, the food.
I don't think it's the food. It's probably that he can't wear this cool outfit right here. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's the outfit. I have to at least show it one time alive and say I hate it, or it's just not alive, you know.
The food. Okay. A real Halloween fright night for Sean Puffy Combs. His bail bid is going bust. Why? What federal judge in his or her right mind is going to grant bail for Sean Combs when he is in the middle of another grand jury secret probe? It's happening right now. Now, what could the probe be about? According to an attorney who has visited us on many occasions, it is her client. Attorney Ariel Mitchell says her client, a male alleged victim, is in front of a grand jury today, has been testifying throughout the entire day, and it ain't over yet. Or is the state reviving a shooting incident that occurred with Sean Combs? Listen.
Somebody called Diddy and started talking crazy. Signed into Bad Boy, I became a millionaire.
Bad Boy was very much like a family for a very long time.
Police are questioning entertainers Sean Puffy Combs and Jennifer Lopez following a shooting at a nightclub.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Puff couldn't handle going to jail. Every man for himself.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed. I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy.
From our friends at Hulu, straight out to Kayla Brantley joining us, investigative reporter, DailyMail.com, and star of Daily Mail's podcast, The Trial of Diddy. Sean Combs was not betrayed in that nightclub shooting. As a matter of fact, somebody else took the fall for it and got hard jail time. But now it's all come back under review by the feds. Translation, does this mean Jennifer Lopez will appear as a witness before a grand jury?
Nancy, Jennifer Lopez and every other celebrity who's been involved with Diddy, who has been around Diddy in the past, is trying to distance themselves as much as they possibly can. Jennifer Lopez very well could be called to testify, especially if investigators are going back and looking at this early 2000 shooting, if they're looking at the death of Tupac and anything else that Diddy has been legally involved in.
Kayla Brantley, the thought that Jennifer Lopez may have to testify regarding that nightclub shooting, you know, the guy that took the fall will come back in because he's got it in for Diddy because he took the fall while Diddy walked free. But what about superstars Jay-Z and Beyonce?
They know. They know. They know. I'm sorry, but if that's your best bro and everybody else out here in Hollywood knows what you're doing, Diddy, your best friend knows what your ass is doing, especially because he can make good music and you can't. So I don't understand that. Maybe that was the offset.
A close relationship with Diddy may come back to bite him in the neck.
And Beyonce's overrated. Don't come for me.
Well, all eyes are on them now because a lot of people have said, you know, it takes many to tango in this case. Diddy did not act alone. He had a network of people around him who really helped him get all of these things accomplished, you know, especially they've been named in lawsuits, some of the people, but the celebrities is really where everyone's going to be watching. And it just makes for an even bigger bombshell case and trial once that comes in May.
Another possibility as to the nature of the new grand jury probe happening right now, Tupac. Listen.
Tupac Shakur's family has now hired lawyer Alex Shapiro to investigate any possible ties between Diddy and Tupac's murder. Alleged orchestrator DeWayne D. Davis has long claimed Diddy put out the hit on the West Coast rapper just 2 years after an attack on Shakur in New York. Shakur was shot 5 times as he tried to enter a studio where Combs and Biggie Smalls were recording. In an interview after his recovery, Tupac made it very clear that he thought Diddy was behind the robbery.
There is no statute of limitations on murder. Nope. Now, this has been revived yet again because Tupac's family has hired a new lawyer. But what do we know about the Tupac shooting? Don't you know those federal investigators would love to roll a murder charge in with all the current federal charges? Reminder, Sean Combs' fright night ain't over yet. When he gets wind that a grand jury has been meeting all day long today and is set to go at least another 2 days, being an MDC is the least of his concerns. Back to Tupac, listen.
As they were driving west on Flamingo Road near Koval, they located the black BMW, which was driven by Suge Knight, and in the passenger seat was Tupac Shakur. And as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting at Mr. Knight and Mr. Shakur.
Shakur is hit 4 times in the chest. Suge Knight is grazed in the head by a bullet fragment. Tupac Shakur dies 6 days later.
At first, you were hearing from the Vegas PD, Lieutenant Jason Johansson, to Joshua Ritter, high-profile lawyer joining us today and star of Courtroom Confidential on YouTube. It ain't over yet. Tupac's case is not over yet. I want you to hear this. Everybody on the panel, listen to this.
He said he'd give us anything for them dudes there. He said it in front of all those people. I couldn't believe it. Whole room full of Crips. We'll wipe their out quick. You know, it's nothing.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
He did.
Puffy.
And brought some, Tupac. We like, there they go. Made the U-turn, pulled up on the side, checked every car, see where they was.
Biggie ever involved in any of these conversations about hitting Tupac? It was always just Puff and Tip.
Yeah, this is all Puffy's doing. Yeah.
You are hearing DeWayne Keffy D. Davis on audio recording. Joshua Ritter, if I can hear it, a grand jury can hear it too. You hear him clearly say, no, it wasn't Biggie. It was always Puffy, Sean Combs. He is the one that put out $1 million hit on Tupac Shakur. You think the Fed's just going to walk away from that? It stinks to high heaven.
No, absolutely not. Diddy has long been tied as a suspect to this murder. The interesting thing about Tupac's murder is that authorities always felt like they knew who was involved, but they never felt like they had enough evidence to come forward with charges because people were unwilling to come forward. Witnesses were unwilling to come forward because of this fear that everyone felt about coming forward about the people who were involved in that murder. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. Biggie does not, or pardon me, P. Diddy does not enjoy that kind of protection anymore from his power and wealth. And so people are coming forward. That very well could be what they're hearing in a grand jury secret proceedings today is information that continues to link him to other crimes, including perhaps Tupac's murder.
Legal experts say Combs has no choice but to rely on an aggressive defense tactic, attacking his accusers.
Agnifilo refers to Cassie Ventura as a money-seeking, jealous cheater.
Agnifilo argues that droves of anonymous lawsuits are creating a hysterical media storm.
And anyone who says otherwise is just looking to cash in. Combs's exorbitant wealth and extreme power made victims feel like they had no choice but to comply.
Were you just fighting in the club? Yes or no? I don't want.
No, we didn't have a fight. We had a big argument right outside the club.
And who started it?
This time, I think I got loud and got aggressive, but it was the third time this happened. And so I felt like I needed to stand up for myself, even though I was talking and we was having a lot of crazy words. I was walking that way to avoid the issue.
Right. Well, apparently the apple don't fall too far from the tree. And that's from our friends at Street Addicts on Insta. What is it about? Well, apparently Sean Combs's sons get into a Halloween brawl at a Halloween party over comments made about their father, Sean Combs. It is Halloween Fright Night, DeWayne, because Combs not only is facing new grand jury probes that have been occurring all day long, we learn, and are set to go for at least the next 2 days. His sons break into a fight at a Halloween party over comments made about him. You know, to Brian Fitzgibbons, Director, USPA Nationwide Security, I have rarely seen adult children believe their parents committed wrongdoing. It's very difficult to convince them otherwise. Plus, these children have been living off Diddy their whole lives.
Fright night for sure, Nancy. The payroll is starting to get turned off, and you're going to see dissension in the ranks in Diddy's family. I think we're going to see more and more of this, of infighting between Diddy's family as this grand jury testimony unfolds.
Oh, yes. And it's going to be a dogfight, Josh Ritter, when you get the adult children involved, and we already see it happening, breaking into a brawl at a Halloween party over comments made about Sean Combs. To ever convince an adult child their father has done something criminal, that's tall order.
Yeah, all these people who for so long had been inside of Sean Combs' circle and enjoyed all of this wealth and privilege and protection, they're now seeing all of that fall apart and disappear, and they're starting to panic. And I think you're going to see more people like this, and more people taking shots at them, by the way, because they're no longer enjoying that protection that they had been for so long. So this, to me, it's just the beginning of the fallout from not only Diddy's empire, but those surrounding him in his circles of protection.
It's DeWayne. A new grand jury probe into topics we can only speculate the content. What is happening behind those closed doors? We stop now to remember an American hero, Deputy Sheriff Lauren Vasquez, Walker County Sheriff's, Texas. Just 23 years old, Vasquez tragically loses her life in the line of duty, survived by her parents, Adalberto and Blanca, and fiance, Luis. We remember American hero, Deputy Sheriff Lauren Vasquez. Thank you to all of our guests for being with us, but especially to you and our new MSM family for being with us tonight and every night. Nancy Grace signing off. I'll see you tomorrow night.
She said, see you tomorrow night. She's going to say 6 o'clock too. She's doing premieres now. I don't know if you've noticed that, but fixing my chair a little bit. But she's doing premieres now. Don't do that, Nancy. Don't do that. I don't need you to be doing premieres, okay? Because sometimes if I want to watch the video with you guys, like if I missed the podcast, we can usually catch it on that the live replay or her replay on YouTube, but she usually puts it on there like a little bit later than that. I feel like maybe not. Maybe it's always been 6 actually. Did you see the outfit? Did you see the cute outfit he was wearing at the end there with the? And then who the hell who sits at? I'm never going to get over it. I'm not going to get over it. Who lounges on the Met Gala stairs? I would have loved to have been a celebrity at the Met Gala when he did that. Just to walk by him and be like, you're in my picture. Can you get out of the way with your ugly outfit? I really don't like that suit. I wonder who made that suit. I'm gonna look that up. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna write to that designer and I'm gonna say, what were you thinking? Anybody, I mean, that thing could have been on anybody. It's just a bad look. It's just a bad look. He was a little bit of a hot mess express. Okay, so I will be on. I think I'm gonna come on in the morning and do a live or do a stream on my second channel, like my other channel. I think. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. And then we'll do like a part 2 and we'll do the list of all the names. Let me pin it before I exit out of it or something. Where with the lawsuits. We'll do another one, but yeah, I need that out. Man. I'll just he's going to be feeling some type of way right now. You know, he's 55 years old and he's in jail wearing orange. You really like it? Oh, sorry, Amanda. Amanda's like, I like that suit. I hate that suit. Every live I say how much I hate it. I think Nancy was getting the hint. She didn't put it in her She didn't put it in her video for me to stop it. It probably is cooler than I think, but it's not. I don't like it. It's not. It's not, Amanda. I tried to lie to you. I tried to lie to you, be like, maybe it's better, but it's just not to me in my eyes. It's something about the lines, and then the shirt underneath isn't collared, I think, and it's just something different. It's just different. That's all, you know. And I mean, that's what you're supposed to be at the Met Gala. You're supposed to be different, but. Yeah, he made me laugh. So I think that's all I have. Let's go over to. I always like to go to Twitter to see if there's anything over there going on before I get off. Sometimes there is, you know. Why sometimes it beeps so slow? When I went over there earlier, I went to the other side to get the scale. Vincent was already sleeping. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. Okay. I hope they do. But I'm 100% 99.9% positive that they don't. But Dog posted onto you or on Twitter. Dog Nation. We should go over his Brian laundry. Try to, when he tried to find him. We should go over all of that. We have new leads from Oregon and New York. And we're moving fast on them. We are confident that our confidential informants have provided valuable new information about those states. So we're raising their reward. That makes no fucking sense. To $175,000. Who's paying $175,000? Surely you're not putting the FBI's in with that. It's bullshit. It's such bull crap. It's such bull crap. It's like I can't even get over it anymore. I try to keep my mouth shut. I try to stay out of it because there's plenty of channels already doing that. Like, for instance, these channels that keep going live, they'll say something, then the other person goes live and they have a rebuttal, and then they go live, they have a rebuttal, they go live, they have a rebuttal, they go live, they have a rebuttal, and they're all playing the same video. The same video. And y'all, everyone's watching it that watches me, because I mean, when I go to my YouTube, my YouTube studio, it tells me what videos people watch that watch my videos. And I'm like, what? Like, what are we doing? And the channels that I'm like lumped in with now, I'm lumped in with a group of channels that I wasn't lumped in with before. And I don't want to be, to be honest. I want to be back with like, I used to be in with like Court TV, Nancy Grace, like Law and Order, or like Law&Crime, like credible news, like agencies. And now I'm in with not so credible news agencies. And they're just YouTube channels. Most of them I don't even watch. Actually, all of them except for like one. Like, what the heck? How does that even work? It's not me. No, it does tell me. It will tell me on here, like, it'll tell me exactly who, but it'll say like the video, what your audience watches. Literally Davis fam. Well, let's do the lives. We'll just do the people. Queen Bee, Nonsense, Granny's watching, J is for Justice, Kathy P, Duchess, Burnt Toast. This is just videos that they're watching. This isn't who I'm lumped in with. Brittany J, Friday Night Free for All. Oh yeah, that's it. I don't even know who this is. Like, some of these people I don't even know. And then, but then it'll go, so it tells you like what your audience watches, channels your audience watches, videos growing your audience, and when your viewers are on YouTube. And it seems like you guys like it when I'm a little hyped up. Like, so I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'm in a predicament, because it seems like the videos that perform high, that have viewers come back on, are Bullhorn Betty, case dismissed against Queen Bee, and Betty is something, probably big mad. Sebastian Rogers, Bullhorn Betty. Sebastian Rogers. I don't personally want to watch them, or I personally don't really like to go over Sebastian's case, because there's nothing new. Like this $175,000 thing, 15 channels are going to go live just about this. This isn't anything. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. Yeah, Captain Ganja, I can't watch BJ. It's too slow. Even on 2.0. I want to start doing more softer cold cases. I want to start doing more pre-recorded cases again. I need to get, I need to get back into like that algorithm of that. Like, I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's, I'm not doing enough pre-recordeds. Did you get a new dog, Mary Beth? Oh, you already had another one though. Oh, okay. I thought you got another new, like I knew your dog passed, but I thought you got a new dog. Yeah. Well, I told Vince I was going to come on here and do a lot of ums and huhs and hold ons and give me a minutes. Just a sec. Shores, maybe I did. I think that would be good. Mine is, what is my deal? I don't know what it is. I need to get into that more though. I'm like, what is my deal? I need to get into like, because I know that YouTube Shorts is a really good way to get stuff out. And then like pre-recorded videos as well. You like to hear when justice is served? Well, we could always do some other cases that are like solved. Because like there's really just not a lot going on in true crime right now, which is a good thing. I mean, that's a good thing. But you know, like when it comes to true crime, we normally have a couple, you know, bigger cases. Now, I don't want to say anybody isn't a big case, but right now we don't really have anything that's like really big. I mean, the most stuff that I've seen about a person is Diddy. Like they're hitting it hard on the YouTube. Like, you know what I mean? Like Law&Crime and like those kind of places are. Aw. Mary Beth, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that a lot. More than you know. I was really sad today. Just a true crime in general. Like I almost want to just not watch anything for like a while. Just, you know what I mean? Like not watch anything. Because it makes you just, I don't know. It just, it gets you a little sad and gets you a little in your feelings when you work really hard and then you see others that don't put in any work and they are reaping so many benefits. And I don't know. I don't know. It sucks. It does. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. It sucks. Thanks, Ladybug. Well, you guys are the sweetest. Yeah, I don't know. I just been in my feelings today. One of those days, I guess. One of those days. Because I'm just like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, the channel's doing fine and everything. But I'm used to these, like, bursts. You know, and, like, I feel like we haven't had a burst in a while. And it's just like, what can I do to, you know, I know sensationalizing the cases and making them drama filled is what brings people in to view it. But I'm not like that. So it puts me in a tricky situation. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you do, you know? I do that too. I like to listen to a lot of music. Thanks, Cat's Life. You're welcome, Mary Beth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. True crime lullabies. That's what I've been doing. I'm like, and I know that like it'll all come in due time. You know, it's really up to me. Like if I really feel like if I work just well, I always say this, if I just do a little more, but I could do a little more. You know, it's just with me, I'm ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. And I'm terrible at sitting still. That's why I got the walking pad though. But I just need to learn to lock the dogs out of the room for a minute, you know, that way I could just like get some stuff done. Hey, Reva. My body put me to sleep voluntarily. I fell asleep like that the other day. I hope I fall asleep like that tonight. But yeah, I mean, I'll still continue. I mean, I'll still be here. I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere. But I think, yeah, I think that we need to, yeah, I do have actually, I've been talking to, I haven't got a lot into it yet. Mystic Blue, actually, she asked me to cover it. And she reached out to the person, Alex, I believe. Alex is his name. And there's just the case I was reading up on it from like, so I got his name. And so I took his name. And before I heard from his mom, I Googled it and I listened to a podcast yesterday or something about it. Or the day before, and I was like, wow, this is weird. Like, this is a really weird case. And then his mom reached out to me, and his mom said that she says, I have all of the reports, the body camera footage, if you'd like me to send it to you. And I reached back out to her, and I said, of course. It's really hard to talk to someone's parent that has lost their child, or, a parent that's lost a child. It really, like, it took me back. I was real short with the email because it was like, it took me back. Like, I was like, this is really surreal, surreal right now. And I think that might be why I'm a little bit different than most people. Most people will throw a person's parent on their live and be like, go to town on them. You know what I mean? Like, ask any question. Like, I can't do that. Like, I don't know. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to cover that case. I want to look into everything. I really want to look I want to look at the body cam footage first. I want to look at the reports. That way I tell the story of the case the right way, because I don't want to not do that. Thanks, Reba. I have been replying to emails. I've been doing better. I think I replied to another one. I replied to hers. Hey, I liked Aerosmith. I still do, actually. The dude's got lungs on him. Got pipes. Got pipes. Well, let's see. I don't know. That I was reading. That was weird. I don't know. So, oh gosh. And then the office of Joseph Lozniak posted it too. Anybody say anything nice? Dog, isn't that exactly what you said about Brian Laundrie? He's close. I feel him. Raises reward, finds poop, looks like an idiot. This is just insanity to me. Like, I mean, let's see if Nick has it on his too. I'm sure it does. Yeah, there it is. It's weird. It's weird. What do they do? Like email each other. Hey, everybody, put this on your page. 1, 2, 3, do it. That Lizniak reminds me of something. Maybe that's what it is. He reminds me of something. I can't think of what it is. Mary Beth, thank you so much. Vincent said I look like Jesus. You said an angel, so I'm going to tell him. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Jesus outfit, but it's like a two-piece outfit. So I guess it, and I had on like strappy sandals earlier. He said, "You look like Jesus." The last time I wore this, he said it looked like pajamas. He's so sweet. He's so sweet, guys. He's so sweet. Don't let me fool you. Thank you. I got it off of Amazon actually. It was on sale. They normally are like $40. It was on sale for like $20, 25 or something. So I was like, so sign me up. But it was just the one color that was on sale, of course, the lightest color. That's funny. But I'm gonna jump off here. I love Amazon. Amazon's, oh gosh, I got florals coming tomorrow for my pottery that I don't have anywhere to put it. I think I know where I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna move these two other pots because they're kind of small, maybe too small. I don't know. I like decorating. I really do. You know what they say to do? And I thought this was really cool idea. So like, instead of going out, like if you want to redecorate your home, like, you know, your walls and stuff that they need refreshing, they say, and I thought this was a good idea, to take all of your wall, like all of your stuff that you have and just switch like spots. So whatever's above your couch, you know, put that in your dining room. Whatever's in your dining room, put that above your couch, as long as it doesn't say like eat here or gather or something, you know, like, but like do stuff like that, or like your bedroom out. I was like, and it refreshes the whole place for you. And I'm like, that's true. That's true. I am an Amazon shopper. That's for sure. I thought I got something else from Amazon, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I did get that stuff. It sticks for like candles, like so your candles don't like go over. Mine keep doing that. Captain Concha. I love pottery. The store I used to work out that actually went out of business is sold pottery. I like that little store. Loved it. But thank you guys for all. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm gonna come on tomorrow during the day sometime. I'm not sure exactly when, but it might be in the morning. Every morning when I wake up, I'm like, I'm gonna go live. No one's live. No one's live. And then as soon as I get ready to go live, it's like everyone goes live, and I'm like, no. But either way, I'll go live tomorrow. Oh, coffee bar. I have the perfect picture, but I don't want to give it away. I love it so much. I love it so much. Okay. Coffee bar idea. Number 1 coming at you. I don't know if you need the actual bar idea, but if you get, I've always wanted one, and I think it'd be really cute as a coffee bar, a bicycle table. It's a bicycle, like rustic with a table top. Look them up. They're awesome. They're so cute. That would be a really good coffee bar, like idea to use that. But the picture I was talking about that I have, it's a Johnny Cash saying. So you might be able to look this up. Might be able to look it up. But it's a Johnny Cash saying, and it's this morning. What is it? This morning having coffee with her. And mine is like white and black, and then it has like brown around it. But that would be cute. You want a bigger one? Yeah, look at those bicycle tables. They're pretty big. You can make them pretty big. The place I used to work at, they had one. It was $700. It was so expensive, right? It was too much. It was too much. But your girl wanted it. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it. I wanted it ever since they brought it into the store. For years, I wanted this thing. And I was like, tell the owner if they'll take, I don't even know what I said. I think it was like we only got 10% off there, and I wanted my full 30% off like discount that I would normally get on like clothing and stuff. Give me 30% off. I've been here for years. I put 3 stores together for you, right? Nope. Didn't want to sell it to me for that. And when they closed, they still had it. Wish they probably would have sold it now, huh? My dad loved Johnny Cash, and my mom too. Yeah, aka your husband. I know that's who Santa is over here too. I can see it now. And now I want a coffee bar. I don't even drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate though. I've made Vincent coffee bars before, like little coffee stations. He likes coffee. He doesn't drink a whole lot of hot liquids, but he does like hot teas and all those things and stuff I don't like. Well, then, yeah, if you're from Tennessee, I love Johnny. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna go wake up the other half. I got these two back here sleeping like angels. And as soon as I stand up, as soon as the music comes on, they'll stand up. They know what time it is. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. It'll probably be like early afternoon, but I'll come on. We'll do a live. We'll do a funny live. And then, I don't know, we'll pick back up with Diddy, or maybe we'll go over a different case tomorrow because I have another update for you guys. So maybe we'll do that update tomorrow. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful Tuesday if I don't see you before then, or if I don't see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.